The puppy who lost his nose but found his heart. He was living life without a nose and without a family to care for him. This is the heartbreaking case of a little puppy named Tino. It is hard to imagine, but his only sin in this world is that he has no nose. I don't know how he lost it, the rescuer admitted, looking at the small, injured face. The mystery of his injury was tragic, but his reality was even harder. He was all alone in a big, scary world. I found him near an abandoned house, the rescuer explained. It was a lonely place for a small dog to be. Judging by his behavior, he had faced a lot of cruelty. It seemed like he was receiving a lot of insults from people passing by. It appeared as though he was being thrown out of places every single day. He was scared of everything. He looked sad and broken inside. The trauma he had faced made him wary of humans. It was very difficult for me to get close to him, the rescuer said. Tino didn't trust easily because he had been hurt so many times before, but the rescuer didn't give up on him. I kept trying until I was able to get close to him, the rescuer shared. Finally, after showing patience, the rescuer was able to make contact. I petted him a little, the rescuer said gently. That small touch changed everything. Once he was safe in hand, the real work began. I carried him with me and took him to the vet, the rescuer said. He needed medical attention right away. The vet examined him very carefully to understand the extent of his injuries. After the checkup, the vet found an infection in his nose. Because of the severity of the infection, the doctors said it was necessary to leave him at the clinic for treatment. He couldn't go home yet. He needed professional care to heal. Even though he had to stay at the clinic, he was never alone again. I visited him every day, the rescuer said. The rescuer was dedicated to his recovery. One day, I would prepare delicious and healthy food for him at home, the rescuer noted, ensuring Tino had the best nutrition to get strong. The visits weren't just about food, though. I would go to the clinic every day and spend several hours playing with him, the rescuer shared. They spent quality time together, building a bond that Tino had never had before. Through this kindness, Tino began to open up. He trusted me, the rescuer said warmly. It was a beautiful connection. I gave him my heart and my feelings, the rescuer added. The love and medical care worked wonders. His soul came back to life during those days at the clinic. He wasn't just surviving anymore, he was starting to live. He became active again, playing and moving around with energy. Best of all, his pain was finally gone. The infection was clearing up, and he was feeling much better. After a while of intensive care, the day finally came to leave the hospital. I was able to discharge him from the clinic, the rescuer said happily. However, the journey wasn't fully over yet. But I was taking him for treatment regularly. The rescuer explained, ensuring his health stayed on track. His health improved quickly once he was out of the clinic. As Tino got better, the rescuer had to think about the future. Given my work and my time, I wanted to put him up for adoption. The rescuer admitted initially. The plan was to find him a new family, but as time went on, the rescuer thought about Tino's special condition. But in the end, I decided to adopt him myself, the rescuer declared. It was a decision made from the heart. The rescuer decided to devote part of their time to him, adjusting their schedule for Tino. There was a very practical reason for this decision too, because I know it's difficult to find him a home. The rescuer realized. A dog with no nose might be overlooked by others, but not by the person who saved him. The rescuer made a promise to the little dog. Don't worry, Tino, you're safe now, the rescuer whispered to him, and I will give you lots of care. I will give you lots of love. That promise has been kept. Tino now lives with the rescuer at home, safe and sound. And I love him very much, the rescuer said. He finally has the family he was missing. May God bless you, Tino. If this story touched you, give it a like.